What's good, y'all? It's your boy NeedForSheed coming back with some more NFL predictions. I want to thank everybody that tuned in this season and checked out my predictions. So sorry that I haven't been more consistent with it. Just a lot of stuff coming up, family, work life, everything's been coming up. But I am going to find more time to put out more videos more consistently. So you guys bear with me on this journey. Happy 2023 to everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed your new year. Hope everything is coming together for you guys. I hope you guys starting on new ideas, new plans, how you want this year to go, how you want your life to go. So everybody just keep going, keep progressing. I pray for you guys. Hope everything turns out well for you guys. We had a lot of crazy things happening. Of course, when we looked at it for week 18, we look at some games. I'm just going to focus on some of the games that really mattered. All the other ones. Another thing before we get through all of this? Prayers and thankful for the recovery of Bill's player. Big recovery. Thank the Lord for the medical staff that was able to revive him, get him safely to the hospital. For everybody that was checking in with him, all the family, friends, everybody that donated for his drive, everything. Thankful that he's up, he's conscious, he's out and about now, a little bit better. He's getting better and getting better. Thankful for all of that. So glad. And the NFL did the right thing about not rescheduling that game, but canceling the rest of that game. Nobody deserved to play in that game. Everybody should have just let it go and make sure he was good. So I want to commend everybody, and I want to commend him for fighting. And now he's getting better and he's getting better. So I'm really thankful for that. So just recap a couple of games that really kind of mattered. The Titans and Jaguars, I didn't think the Titans was going to win that game anyway. I bet on Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence has shown why he's the number one pick. I love the Zay Jones, Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram, Travis Etienne. I love it. But I feel like having a bona fide number one next year, which he will have with Calvin Ridley, I feel like that's going to take the team to a new level. Now they can use those draft picks and rebuild the offensive line a little bit better and rebuild that defense, add some pieces over there with Josh Allen on defense and be able to build this team into a contender and also a prohibitive favorite in the AFC South, because I feel the Texans are a long way away. The Colts, they still quarterback and they got receiver issue. They got deep and they got a bunch of things going. In Tennessee, you got Ryan Tannehill and no really number one receiver. So you got the offense line really ain't that good. Offense play calling ain't that good. Defense held up as much as they can, but they need to rebuild. I feel like Jacksonville's going in the right direction. So shout out to them. The only other ones that made it, Kansas City needed to win to get secure the number one seed. They did that pretty easily. The Raiders wasn't no match. They even did a ring around the rosy and scored. So it is what it is. Who else was playing for seeding? Bengals, of course, clinched the AFC North, the third seed. The whole canceling of the games, I know that's throwing a monkey wrench in a lot of things, but they did what they had to do. Shout out to Lovie Smith. I understand you got fired. I'm sorry for that. Hopefully you find another coordinator job or something like that. But way to stick it to Houston and making them lose the number one pick. I appreciate that. I support that because you knew they was going to probably fire you anyway. So it was like, you know what? Let's win this game. You was planning on winning the game anyway. But now you won and they ain't got the number one pick no more. So shout out to you for doing that. Shout out to the Dolphins for winning and getting that last seed into the playoffs. They have lost seven straight games. So for them getting in, but of course, if you don't have Tua, I don't see your chances good. I didn't even think he was going to beat Buffalo with. I don't even think you. Well, we're gonna get into that in the wild card, but I didn't think y'all was gonna beat them anyway with Tua. But without Tua, y'all really ain't gonna beat them. But shout out to y'all getting in. Of course, the Jets eliminated. Of course, the Patriots was eliminated. The Steelers got eliminated. Everything. So shout out to them and see how that goes. Who else needed a seed? The Eagles needed to win to secure the number one seed, and they did that. Shout out to him. Jalen Hurts get an extra week of rest on that arm. So you'll be able to come back fully healthy, and I'm glad for that. Seahawks, shout out to y'all for getting into the playoffs. Even though you won your game, so you did what you were supposed to do, and you eliminated another team while doing that. You eliminated Detroit. Shout out to Detroit for playing spoiler. They knew that they were not in the playoffs, and they didn't care. They said, "We not making the playoffs. Y'all not making the playoffs either." And they fought all game and put the Packers in their place and took that W from them. So shout out to Detroit for doing that. Shout out for the Seahawks to getting in. The 49ers did what they had to do to win to get the second seed. So shout out to everybody that happened to. So that was a quick little recap of week 18. But now let's get into wild card weekend. And in wild card weekend, I'm gonna start with the NFC games. So let's start with the 2-7 matchup. Seattle and San Francisco. Seattle had an amazing season. Shout out to Geno Smith being a Pro Bowl quarterback, setting the franchise record for passing yards in the season, breaking Russell Wilson's record. They traded, and in the first year, Russell looked terrible, and Geno looked like he should have been the starting quarterback. That's what it was. Shout out to them. But I think their good luck runs out this weekend because I have San Francisco. Have San Francisco winning. That defense is electric. Nick Bosa is 9 times out of 10 going to be Defensive Player of the Year. I'm also going to do a separate video who I think are going to win those awards. So tune in for that shortly after this. In a couple of days, another video of this will drop. But that defense is just too stout. I don't think Geno is going to be able to withstand that pressure the whole game. They already beat them twice. So I don't expect them to do any much better. Plus, I don't know if Seattle's defense can stop San Francisco's offense with the running game with C-Mac, and they have a backup. Plus, you got Debo, Ayuk, George Kittle. It's just hard for me to see them stop. And Brock Purdy, as long as Brock Purdy don't show that he's a rookie and turn the ball over and give Seattle short fields, I got San Francisco, and pretty clear too. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the 3-6 matchup, Minnesota and the Giants. This is a very tricky game because Minnesota has won a lot of one-score games. The year before, they lost a lot of those games. This year, they won those games, hence the record being so high. They clinched the NFC North. They kind of did that kind of early because everybody was sucking at the beginning. So they kind of got that out the way pretty early. The Giants can play defense, and if they can control the clock with Saquon Barkley, they have a really good chance of beating them. I know they played this year, and it was a tight game, I believe. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know they played this year. And I believe Minnesota won, but in Minnesota, the Giants are trending good enough, but I'm going to take Minnesota in a very close ball game, like a 3 to 7 point ball game. They won a lot of these close games, but I think Minnesota wins this game. Brian Daboll, to me, is probably coach of the year because nobody expected the Giants to be anywhere near what they're at right now to be in the playoffs, and not even just be in the playoffs, be the 6th seed. They actually not even had the backdoor in. So shout out to them. Like I said, I think Brian Daboll is going to be my coach of the year. They still have to rebuild that offensive line, get a couple more weapons in there. You got to re-sign Saquon. You got to know what you're going to do with Daniel Jones. If you're going to franchise tag him or give him a 3-year deal or something like that. So you got to figure that out as well. But Minnesota, their offense is so good, but their defense is so bad. And when I say bad, I mean bad. Even when you got the sack artists, Darius Smith and all of them, Patch P's on the back end, they DBs are terrible. That defense is at the bottom of the league. It is terrible. And I think they'll have enough points to outscore the Giants and win this game. But going further, I don't expect it to go nowhere further. And the last game, the 4-5 matchup, Dallas and Tampa Bay. I'm telling you, like this, Dallas better win this game. I'm just going to leave it out there. Y'all better win this game because, it's our year. Like y'all say every year. We're going to make the playoffs. We're going to make the Super Bowl, NFC. We're going to do that. Dak is that guy. CeeDee Lamb, top 10 receiver. Our defense, Micah Parsons. The next Lawrence Taylor. That defense is stout. Trayvon Diggs. Hit him with the stop and go. He going to bite every time. So we're going to see that happen. But I'm going to say to Dallas, y'all better win this game because y'all going to Tampa Bay. This is Tom Brady in the playoffs. Don't let the game stay close, because if it stay close and Brady has a chance to win, you will lose this game and you will go home heartbroken. And I will laugh tremendously. As far as I think I'm win, I'm gonna take the Cowboys, but boy, I'm not secure in that pick. I'm gonna take the Cowboys, but I'm not secure. I'm not secure at all. I think it's not gonna be like a 3-point game, 3-7 maybe. But I don't, because I expect the Cowboys to Cowboys things. Dak Prescott has thrown so many interceptions. He's thrown 15 interceptions, I think, this year. It is terrible how many interceptions he's thrown, and he missed 5 games. So I feel like Tampa Bay is going to get one. But I think offensively, they will be able to score enough. So I'm going to take Dallas. Actually, no, screw that. I'm taking Tampa Bay. I'm gonna take Tom Brady because I don't trust Dallas. You know what? I try to talk myself into it. I'm gonna take Tampa Bay. I may be completely wrong because Tampa Bay ain't played 3 games great this year. They played 2, Seattle and Carolina. Outside of that, they ain't really played too much. But the Cowboys would do Cowboys things, and they already beat them at the beginning of the year. So I'm gonna take Tampa Bay in a close one. That's the upset. I'm gonna take Tampa Bay in the upset. Get it. I could be out on the limb, but I don't care. So that's what I got in the NFC. Now let's flip it over to the AFC. 2-7 matchup, Miami and Buffalo. Like I said earlier, if Tua plays, they have a better chance of winning that game. I still don't believe they will though, because it's in Buffalo, and I expect Josh Allen to at least get to the second round of the playoffs. So I'm gonna pick the Bills because I feel like the defense is going to be able to pressure enough. I don't think Miami's defense is going to be able to stop the Buffalo Bills offense. Now the Buffalo Bills still need another receiver and another running back. Stephon Diggs is that guy, number 1 top 5 receiver probably in the league. Gabe Davis, he's hit and miss. McKenzie, I believe, he's cool. Dawson Knox, nice, solid tight end. Devin Singletary and James Cook going to be able to have to control the clock because Josh Allen can't be your lead rusher either. But excuse me, but the defense of Miami, I don't really trust as much. So I'm going to take Buffalo. I got Buffalo kind of comfortably 7 to 14 points, anywhere in that range. But I'm gonna take Buffalo, especially in Buffalo. I'm gonna take Buffalo to win. The 3-6 matchup, I got Baltimore and Cincinnati. I'm taking Cincinnati. 1, Cincinnati at home. 2, Cincinnati is a better team. And 3, I don't know if Lamar Jackson's gonna play. If I'm Lamar Jackson, I'm not playing. Go get your money. Get paid, young nigga. Get paid. Shout out to Dolph. Long live Flipper. Go get your money. Go get your money, especially after they just paid Roquan Smith. Now that shouldn't affect you, but Baltimore know what they need to do. They know they need to give you your money. And if I was you, I wouldn't play. I'll see y'all next offseason because you're probably gonna franchise tag me anyway. I think offensively, Cincinnati has too much. You got T. Higgins, you got Tyler Boyd, you got Jamar Chase, you got Hayden Hurst, you got Joe Mixon, Samaj P. Ryan, and you got Joe Burrow, the quarterback. And defensively, they can hold up good enough to stop Baltimore, especially if you not have Lamar Jackson in there. And offensively, outside of Mark Andrews and the running game, I don't really know what else they can do. So I'm going to shout out to Cincinnati. I got y'all winning that game. And I got it pretty clear too. Last matchup of the weekend, I got Jacksonville and the Chargers. Now, everybody that knows this page, I'm a Chargers fan. So, of course, I'm going to Chargers in Jacksonville. Now, Jacksonville is steaming hot right now. They have really turned it around. Trevor Lawrence is showing why he's the number 1 pick. Like I said earlier in the video, offensive weapons, defense is playing good enough. They taking over right now, but I feel like we should make it to at least the second round. It's going to be the battle of the young guns, Trevor Lawrence versus Justin Herbert. Running backs, Eckler, Etienne. Who you get? They got Zay Jones. They got Evan Ingram. They got Christian Kirk. They got Marvin Jones Jr. We got Mike Williams. We got Keenan Allen. We got Gerald Everett. Like I said, Austin Eckler. And I like Palmer. I like Carter. I like those receivers. So it's going to be who defense can stop who. we got the names on defense, but can our defense stop them? I think we'll be able to. And I think we need redemption because Jacksonville came to LA and put foots in us earlier this year. And when I say foots, I mean real foots, 38-10 foots. Like they came in and stomped on us. So I need us to play better. I need Justin Herbert to show why he was the number 6 pick in the draft. And but also Trevor Lawrence was number 1 pick. So they need to see who's gonna be who. I'm gonna take the Chargers in a very close ball game. Like I think this might come down to a field goal. So I got the Chargers. I'm a Chargers fan. May say I'm biased if you want to, but I'd rather have this matchup than going to Cincinnati or going to Buffalo for a fact. So recap, I have on the NFC, I have San Francisco, Minnesota. I'm gonna take Tampa Bay in the upset. And on the AFC side, I got Buffalo, Cincinnati. I got the Chargers. So if all of that comes to fruition, next week we'll be looking at the Chargers going to Kansas City, playing them for the 3rd time this year, and then we'll have Buffalo and Cincinnati, which I think we all would love. And on the NFC, we would have Tampa Bay going to Philly. I got Philly winning that one, and then Minnesota and San Francisco. I would probably have. We'll see how they go, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope you guys have enjoyed the season. I have really enjoyed the season. Wait for the next couple of days because you'll have a couple of other videos coming out. You're gonna have a video of what I believe, who I believe will win these awards. You know, MVP, Offense Player of the Year, Defense Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'm talking about all of that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for subscribing. I have been working on some stuff that will be coming out soon. My 5-part series on me coming out. You guys gonna see videos and pictures of our trip to St. Lucia for the wedding. Those gonna come out soon. More I'm just reminiscence are coming, more who you got debates. You guys just take this journey with me. I'm trying to get another 100 subscribers this year. So that's the goal, 100 more subscribers. And if I exceed that, I'm thankful for everything. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for you guys to stay around. And thanks for all the encouraging words that you guys give me to keep going in this YouTube. I know it's tough for me. I know sometimes, like I said, it gets hard, but I want to thank you guys. I really do for keeping up with me. So once again, it's been your boy NeedForSheed. Be on the lookout for who I believe will win these awards. Also, I will be coming with a couple of NBA All-Star who I think should start, who I think will get in. All of that will be coming soon as well. So it's been your boy NeedForSheed, and I'll catch you guys again next week. You feel me?